Hello my fellow gamers and welcome back to the Mortal Empires YouTubers tournament where we are doing a round 2 of Group B. So in this first battle we've got PshycOnlineGaming with his High Elves against BlackIron Battles with his Greenskins. A good classic lineup. Well, anything of Orcs is a classic lineup, but that's not the point. And of course, part 2 in this round will be JonTaun of Empire versus PharoahOWar with his Chaos. Anyway, so with this one, we're back in the swamps. And we'll go over BlackIron's army. So, at the very front here, we've got the Hammer of Gork. Then we've got some goblins supporting it, which is very good. We've then got so we've got some biggins, orc boys, biggins, orc boys, biggins, orc boys. Because patterns, obviously. We also got some black orcs at the back here on either flank. We've got the warlords boys, which are this regiment of renowned night goblins. We then have Grimgor Ironhide leading the way, looking very friendly as always. We've got an orc shaman, the rusty arrows, and the goblin archers. Is there anything else I missed? Over here we've got the goblin big boss on the spider, of course. And is there one on this side? Can't see one, but this wood map is not good for this sort of replay. We're also heading over here. A unit of goblin wolf riders, but they're not going to be very helpful because the high elves are all the way over here, hidden in the trees. So what have we got? We've got 5 units of spearmen there. We've got hidden in the front row there. We've got what looks like a noble. Yep, we've got a noble. Tyrion is leading this force of high elves this time. We've also got, I believe it's 3 units of Sea Guard. Yep, we've got some Phoenix Guard there and there, so that's 2 units of Phoenix Guard. We also have some Dragon Princes, which, if you've watched my channel before, I absolutely love the striking armor on these guys. Just looks amazing. And I believe that's everything for the High Elves. Quite outnumbered, I believe. Let's have a look. 852 to 1,191 orcs. Good odds for any elf. Oh, and there's a second noble there. So we've got 2 nobles and Tyrion leading the front line. That's a lot of fighting power there in those 3 individuals. So as you can see, BlackIron was ready for an honest fight. An orc ready for an honest fight, all lined up in the middle, and Tyrion's all hidden. And I don't think he could see any of this. So he generally had no idea where the enemy was. The wolf riders, I believe, are coming through now to try and find them. We'll appear at normal speed. But typical high elf trickery, I think this is, as Pshyc finally comes out of the woods now and starts running across. And I think his aim is to try and get back into those woods and not be caught in the open in this water, because that can actually debuff you, I believe. It actually debuffs infantry fighting. So let's get this nice looking. Look at them. Looking good. They're ready. But are they ready for what hides in the woods? This is all you disturb leaves when you fly through that. That's really cool. So as you can see, the orcs seem to be going in the wrong direction. I don't know if he's trying to get into a line here or he just... There he goes. I think he's just found where they are. Just suddenly all of the orcs changed direction. Where are those wolf riders gone? I think they're in the middle there, going through those woods to see if there's anything going on. But yeah, these orc boys have actually found the high elves. So they might want to call for help, because they'll say that the orcs are now getting in there. And we have the opening clash for the high elves against the orcs. Straight in there, looking good. The archers giving support the Sea Guard, probably taking a few of them out as they charge in. And the main line now engages here. I'm loving the shield design on these spearmen as well. It looks absolutely lovely. What have we got going down here then? That's the question. Here we go. So here we go has been activated, which is going to be good. But these guys, there's so many of them, they're getting through the flank. Look, this is like the sort of thing I expect from one of the... Oh, very nice fire ability there. That'll be Tyrion's sword going there. But just sort of the artwork you expect from the book, isn't it? You know, high elves trying to hold the orcs off in the woods in a massive line like this. Looks absolutely brilliant. But I should go to the bigger picture, because that's what you guys are here for in this tournament. So as you can see, it's pretty much all just this massive line. The Sea Guard are here trying to get in. If I was him, I would have got these guys to try and get in and get in behind, because you see their leadership's a bit low as it is. So if they got on the flank, they would do so much damage. But no, he's kind of just leaving them to take pot shots, and these guys are getting absolutely slaughtered because they're being surrounded. They've been beaten back. Oh, and we got the Dragon Princes have charged into this big group. But there's so few Dragon Princes, and they're being surrounded by all these guys now. These archers, the Black Orcs, it's the big ends, which are, of course, anti-large, and Grim... Oh, no, that's the Orc Sharpman. Where's Grimgor in all this? The Wolf Riders are now coming. Grimgor, I just saw there, kind of nice path, you can see, because of all the elf dead in the general area. Tyrion, though, is now fighting them. So these two have got an epic duel going on. But the Wolf Riders have charged into them, but they should be able to handle it. Well, no, because they've got Orc Boys attacking them from the front. So the guys that I said should be ambushing are, in fact, themselves being ambushed. And it is not looking good. I used the word ambushed. It probably should be the word flanked, shouldn't it? Got some Orc Boys have rallied there. As you can see, in this side, I would say that Elves are doing well, but they've got Grimgor there. The Dragon Princes have kind of been left in combat. This is a disaster. There's 20 of them left. And they will get cut down piecemeal if they are not careful. I mean, you've got Goblin Spearmen and all sorts in there. You've got Goblins rallying behind them. There goes a Goblin Big Boss has been beaten back. How's Grimgor's actually taken a lot of damage. PshycOnlineGaming has done a lot of damage on these guys, but the problem is they've got Here We Go being repeatedly done on them, and I believe he's got Warg, they got Stand Your Ground, and because they're all in this little heap, this is to the advantage of the Orcs. The Orcs, especially the Black Orcs and that you can see at the front, can just keep benefiting from these buffs, and Grimgor, as you can see, is kind of falling back, I believe. He's kind of, yeah, he's fallen back, and he's got to use his support. And these guys that were dealing with the Dragon Princes are now free to join the fight on this flank. So now the Elves are starting to get a bit concerned. Their morale is dropping quite heavily. Especially on this side, as you see, they've completely broken. The Sea Guard are trying to help them, but they're just getting one unit after another is being flanked. I mean, we don't need to see the bigger picture. This is what Total War Warhammer is all about. This epic line here, the shots coming over and that. There's Tyrion there, as you can see. Trying to cut through the Black Orcs, but Spearmen just do not have the cutting power to get through that Black Orc armor. As you can see, we've got Phoenix at the back here cutting down some Black Orcs, but I just don't think it's going to be enough, to be honest. I mean, the Spearmen are starting to break now. As you can see, the Spearmen are trying to just giving up. It's the Phoenix Guard and the Nobles that are holding this. And the Sea Guard are trying to join in now because they've got units getting in behind them, which is not good. And that's what I love, this thin white line trying to hold a massive green horde to break through their lines. Because if that line breaks, they are going to be slaughtered. The Dragon Princes are coming back, but I think there's only about 5 of them there already. So as you see, these Orc boys, BlackIron has actually sent them in to attack the archers, just to keep them busy. He's got the numbers for them. I mean, look at all this stuff. All these archers just ready to throw in, and of course they can all fight as well. They're Greenskins, of course they can fight. You got Grimgor here, once at the end doing Here We Go. He has done that. Every time that's been available, he's done that. And that is brilliant. As you can see, he's just slowly making his way to the line. And I would not want to be one of these guys right now. It is not a good place to be, being one of these high elves. It's they are slowly being pushed back. And as you can see, the flank's gone. We've lost the flank. The Phoenix Guard are trying to hold it, but it's just no good. And they are now getting in behind them and getting into the archers. And this is exactly what Pshyc did not want to see right now. Is these guys breaking through and one side. You can see now it's like a swarm of ants. It is ridiculous. I don't even know where Tyrion is at this point. Where is he? Can we find him? There's a noble. There's a noble. But where's Tyrion? Did he fall? I think he's behind all those banners. Yes, I think he's been backed off into a tree. I can see his flaming sword there. But it is not looking good for the high elves. You can see the orcs have now got through in the back line and are now just smashing through. And there's so many orcs just at the back waiting for their line, for their turn to get in and smash a high elf in the face. And let's face it, we would all pay to do that. So the Phoenix Guard, even they have started to go. And a massive warg has just been unleashed on everything here. And now you can see the damage that high elves are taking are just decimating them. Even the Sea Guard have been completely destroyed at this point. The Nobles and Tyrion are the only thing that's still going, and I don't think that's going to be enough. There's just too many models. I mean, the numbers now are 817 to 190, and as you can see, look at that number plummet to the ground there for the high elves, as they are getting absolutely slaughtered by this absolutely massive group. As you can see, look, it's just this little bit left. You've got their heroes are pinned to a tree, and these guys are all what's left of that line, and there's still hundreds of orcs coming in. It's just, oh, it's painful to watch. as you can see now, finally, they're all starting to break. The nobles realise there's no hope and they need to withdraw. And I saw Tyrion will agree. Yeah, he's now starting to go as well. So unfortunately, that is another loss for Pshyc and a victory for BlackIron Battles. Let's go to the stat page. So as you can see, I don't think these spearmen did very good against all these orc boys, unfortunately. Let's have a look. So Grim got Ironhide got 18 kills, and what was good was when he took damage, BlackIron pulled him back and then just used him as a buff until he started winning, at which point he went back in again once the threat was removed. The Orc Shaman got 16 kills, the Goblin Big Boss got 26, the Goblins got 44. I think a round of applause there for the Goblins. 44 kills, well done guys. You've then got 33 kills for the Orc Boys, 67 and 26. The Warlords boys got 62 kills, that's impressive. And then the Biggins, look at this, 78, 87, and then 24. Black Orcs, oh good god, 108 High Elf deaths. That's insane. You then got 45 there. The Goblin Archers, not many 5 and 6, but they were a good hindrance. Because he sent his cavalry against them, and they then got swamped and slaughtered. And of course, the Rusty Arrows for 7. The Goblin Wolf Riders, they did alright flanking and scouting, so 12 kills for them. And the Ham of Gork, unfortunately, didn't really get to take part in this battle with 3 kills. But, you know, that's what happens when you have a battle in the woods. So Tyrion got 30 kills, the Noble got 21. This Noble actually outdid Tyrion, the 33 kills. The Spearman, very disappointing, 2 kills, 7 kills, 10, 10 and 11. Phoenix Guard a bit more on their field of 78, 55. And the Sea Guard, 43, 34 and 12. But, like, you know, they could have been used a lot more like for flanking and getting in there. There was an opening at one point where he could have won his left flank and he didn't take it. And then the Orcs actually did the same thing to him. And finally, the Dragon Princes got 45 kills before they got shot down and killed because they got bogged down in all of the archers. So, that is a victory for BlackIron and unfortunately a loss for PshycOnlineGaming. But it's okay. We can recover from this, Pshyc. We can get through this. It'll be fine. So now we're going to move over with fancy editing to JonTaun and PharoahOWar's battle where it's Empire against Chaos. So here we are with PharoahOWar's Chaos and JonTaun with the Empire. So same map again, as you know, everyone played the same round in the same map. As you can see, Pharaoh's gone for a very bold, you know, I own this field. And JonTaun, typical Empire, holding in the woods. So what has he got? First of all, he's got the Everwatcher hidden by the back there. Love it. Over here, he's got some Chaos Knights, and I believe over here he's got some Chaos Knights, the Launchers, and Chaos Warhounds of Poison. I believe there's another unit further along, is there? Oh, there is. Chaos Knights of Launchers. Very nice hidden there. At the front here, he's got 2 units of Aspiring Champions. You've then got 1, 2 Forsaken there, 3, 4 Forsaken in total. And then Chaos Marauders, they've great weapons in the middle. Very nice little all-rounded army there, Pharaoh. Very nice. And now we've got JonTaun's army, which has got 2 groups of flagellants, I believe. Can I see any others? Yes, there's one over there as well. So 3 groups of flagellants. Why do they deploy in the woods? It's such a pain. So we've got a unit of spearmen here on the left flank. Great swords. His Reichsguard. Spearmen. He's got some great swords further there. The Silver Bullets, Jade Wizard, Carl France, an Empire Captain, and over here we got the Flagellants, some Spearmen, more Great Swords, Spearmen, and Demigriffin Knights. Unfortunately, that was a kind of bit of broken arm because he deployed in the woods, and it's hard to tell where he's got. But it looks like he is coming out of the woods to fight against him in the open. I think his main thinking was Hell Cannons, and yeah, PharoahOWar takes Hell Cannons to a whole new level, which you will see in a later episode. It hurts. So we'll go to normal speed now. And yeah, this is a good classic lineup. The really powerful. I was going to say overpowered, but I mean as in individual humans. You know, big, super buffed up humans against the military and trained Empire. It is a good classic lineup. So as you can see, the Wolves are running in there, probably to try and get some easy kills on these Flagellants here if he can. And I think he's going to get his wish because they've gone straight in there. But there is some Reichsguard, and he immediately pulls back again. That was a beautiful hit and run. But in that hit and run, the Wolves took so much damage, and even the cavalry's put them back because that was painful to watch. That was a good hit. So as you can see, the cavalry, are they heading in the woods here, or they moved? Ah, they've gotten all the way to the back. Very nice. And the front line is about to clash, and this is going to be interesting because these guys are unbreakable. They love pain. These guys love axes. It's going to go down well, as you can see. So they're now smashing through all the lines. These great swords could be a problem against all these aspiring challenge and the knights, but the Pshycon are just running through. They're going for the handgunners, and the demi-gifts are now moving in, charging straight down the centre, which seems to be JonTaun's best strategy there, is to get those straight down the throat of the enemy. The Overwatcher is joining in casually, as you do. This unit of Chaos Knights is getting into a good position here. We do have a spell going down. That is PharoahOWar using his Golden Wolves there. I can't remember what the spell's called, but it looks pretty. These guys, I think I've gone a bit too far back. I think PharoahOWar needs to get them into the action. But yeah, look at the damage that's done though. But these Forsaken have been beaten back. The Knights now have moved down. They're going for the silver bullets, and what a nice hit there. But you see the demi-gifts, the spearmen, they are coming for them, so that's not great. Now, this is just a complete mess. I mean, look at it. There is... But at the moment, I would say Empire holding the line really well. They've held the initial charge of Chaos off quite a bit. They are losing this flank against the Forsaken, but these Forsaken are broken, and of course the Flagellants will not break. And Karl Franz is going to make sure the normal guys do not break anyway, the spearmen and such. But we do have all of this forces, 2 units of cavalry and a unit of wolves. Got a unit of cavalry, have charged into the flank there to get the great swords, which are now breaking. But we do have the cavalry, the Reichsguard are now moving in as well. That's going to be a good hit. As you can see, the front line is starting to break. PharoahOWar is trying to get more spells off to do more damage. He is trying to pull back as these Mordors are cutting through their line. Spartan Champion helping to hold that. The cavalry are trying to get the handgunners, but they've been swamped by the demigifts. And I believe the captain of the... Yep, the Chaos Captain... Empire Captain's got involved. But now we've got more cavalry charging in. There is a lot of cavalry on cavalry action going on here. This is... And I believe that's Plague of Rust, so their armour has just dropped hugely to 45% there, 45 hits. And you can see these guys, the Forsaken, they've just received a charge by the Reichsguard, and then they're coming around to try and finish off the Aspiring Charge. There's not much of a front line here anymore. What's left is this group here. To be honest, there's some guys there, but there's not much. You've got some Aspiring Champions over here. The Spearmen are actually doing a really good job holding this line against all of these. I mean, he's got his Chaos Knights in there, which is not a good idea to have them bogged down for that. And the Empire have won the centre of the battlefield. There's a group of Forsaken there, but they don't seem to be doing much. The Chaos Knights are trying to do back and forth, but I can't see this going well for the Chaos Forces of Chaos. I think the Empire Forces of the Empire have got it. I mean, the Overwatch is coming in, but he's taken a load of damage already. Quite a lot of damage. I don't know if that's miscast or they've been able to pick him off, but he's going for the silver bullets. Everyone was going for the silver bullets in this battle. No one likes them. But there we go. The wolves are going. They're going. I mean, these guys are ready to go back into the action. So are these. I don't know why they're not like. Why isn't this guy, the Forsaken, not attacking the Jade Wizard? Really do some damage. As you can see, we're making those spearmen come, but now these guys are coming in to reinforce that, and I can't help but feel that the Empire have that combat in the way. And I think Pharaoh feels the same way, or he wouldn't be sending the Everwatcher in this state to try and take him out. And you see Karl Franz and the captain are going after him. So it looks like the Empire kind of boxing them in on top of this hill and just taking them out bit by bit. I think the Empire may have this, but you never know. The Forsaken are finally taking on those great swords there, but as you can see, there's only 250 chaos to the 400 Empire, but that does include one of these. But he's only got 1,000 health left. That is not a lot. He's using this cavalry now just to try and keep him alive so he can get his Winds of Magic up and do some damage. These Forsaken are chasing down these spearmen, but the silver bullets are still alive and they could do some serious damage against the Everwatcher, which I think is exactly what's about to happen. Did they actually aim for the Everwatcher? No, they were aiming for the guys behind, but the Knights, they've made a break, so through their sacrifice they've been able to make these guys break, at which point, look, most of the army has now broken. And I think the Everwatcher, I don't know what's going on with him, but the rest are now charging into him. There's nothing left. There we go. He did finally break. He decided to give it up. And that is a victory for JonTaun and his Empire. So let's have a look at the scores overall then. So Karl Franz got 8 kills. The Jade Wizard got none, but I think he was doing lots of buffs and debuffs to support the enemy. You got the Empire Captain of 10. The Spearmen done quite good at 12. 3 not great, but 28. That is good. He was probably up against Chaos Knights, probably the ones that got bogged down, and 60. And these guys, look at that, 49, 47 and 19. Then you got 52, 29 and 83 kills. That is very respectable. The Silver Bullets only got 9 kills, but they did a lot of damage on bigger units, and they were continuously getting charged by cavalry and all sorts. So even just distracting the big hitters, they did a good job. So that's all good. You've then got the Reichsguard of 35 and the Demigifs of 33. PharoahOWar, the Everwatcher, got 40 kills, which was really good. The Forsaken got some really good ones, 60, 68. Unfortunately, a bit of a mess of 13, but made up on this one. They got 106. What was he fighting to do that? That's amazing. And the Chaos Marauders, 52 and 84. Very respectable there. The Chaos Knights have got 27 kills. The ones of Lancers, 80 and 119. So he was I mean, to be fair, kill-wise, PharoahOWar killed so many people, but they were just more people by 400. So, you know, he had to kill 400 people to make it an even fight, which obviously didn't go that well. The Chaos Warhounds, very disappointed they only got 10. And the Sparring Champions, again, 18 and 5. But they probably helped keeping the line intact. So, after all of that, what does the scoreboard say? So, at the top, as you can imagine, JonTaun with 2 wins after playing 2. Next is Dalv Plays, who has only played 1, but he won that one. Then you have BlackIron Battles, who's played 2, but he won 1 and lost 1. And then you got PharoahOWar, his first showing, unfortunately, but against JonTaun, that he's a tough cookie to crack. So PharoahOWar, unfortunately, playing 1 and losing 1, but he can easily make a comeback. And the same for Pshyc, who's played 2 games and has lost both of them. But if Pshyc can win the next 2 games, there is a possibility he could still get out into the knockout and pass the group phase. So it is still all to play for. Of course, tomorrow you'll have round 5 of Group A and round 3 of Group B. So for this group, the next battles will be BlackIron versus Pharaoh. So that's the Greenskins versus Chaos. That's going to be a great laugh to watch. And Dalv Plays is against PshycOnlineGaming. So that's the High Elves against Skaven. Good classic lineup. We know the Skaven and High Elves aren't on good talking terms. So, come back tomorrow and see how all that goes. And of course, also, if you haven't seen Group A, watch their videos. They're on their last round tomorrow, round 5, where it's myself against Jenna on occasion. So that is Batonia versus the Dark Elves. Then you got Dr. Shield against Lawmaster Sotek. So that is, I'm trying to remember who's who. Dr. Shield is Lizardmen, and Lawmaster Sotek is, I've gone blank now, Beastman. That's the one. I knew it would come back to me. So obviously, do comment below what your thoughts are, how this is going. Do leave a like if you have enjoyed this tournament and these battles and the players that are taking part. And of course, subscribe to PshycOnlineGaming if you haven't already. And I might have forgotten to mention this in the last video too, so I do apologise. But of course, all of these people are YouTubers, so they have their own channels, they've got the videos up of these battles, so go check them out, sub to them, comment on there. Let's get a good community going with this tournament. It is going really well. So yeah, sub to everyone pretty much, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Till then, take care.